Alright, yeah, seems like we kinda missed the start, struggling with Discord and TeamSpeak, but game is already live. Munich eSports starting on CT side of Vertigo after Recast Gaming picking the map, of course. And you kinda saw the pistol in the small screen. Recast Gaming winning the pistol round. Munich eSports buying back into it in the next one. And now we even have sound. Okay, here we go. Should be good from now on.
Yeah, so it's looking like it's a tacky buy from Munich then, with just the pistol arm buy with minimal util. Recast look like they've gone towards the Galil's AK, 2 Mac 10s buy, so if anything they can lose the Mac 10s and still save the AKs or anything. It's looking like taking mid control right now, looking like they're more towards default and seeing what Munich do. But Munich can't really show any true things yet with this minimal util, but yeah. If anything, both teams are just playing for info, but Munich start off nice with Miku getting that early one deke. Fabs gets a trade back onto the guy Crane. Looks like Recast is starting to take a ramp control and looking like to probably commit towards it. They haven't got any map presence anywhere else, minus a flank holder. Vines is going aggressive towards the Crane. He hears him altering util. Peeks but doesn't get anything. Sash trades there. Gets traded back. It's looking like Recast have the site, getting bombed down. It's going to be a really hard retake for the Munich guys if they even attempt to do it.
Yeah, probably looking for 1 or 2 kills to try and make it possible, but Jansky dead already, and now iFusion probably trying to save a weapon without a kit and even still smoked off. That's not gonna happen. Yeah, sorry about the technical difficulties I had there. In-game sound was not working. Don't know what's going on, but should be fine now. Let me know if I'm too quiet or Archer is, and the game as well. I should be able to fix it pretty quickly. Right, one of the Recast players actually decided to jump down. Wow.
He tried to get on the ledge to save towards A, but he misstepped too far, and that's the AK gone down with him.
Wow.
So they've only been able to save the 2 Galils. That is a huge misplay by one of the Recast members, but they can still buy back into it, so it's alright. But they still have minimal money now.
Yep. Well, iFusion managed to save
very interesting.
a Deagle at least, and his head armor of course, so Munich eSports just... Are they stacking something? No, 2 players pushing mid actually. Jansky spotting one that is Henry, playing far back, trying to maintain the control, but no damage found really. And seems like a very slow
HP.
Yep.
Yeah, it's looking like the Munich guys are just trying to play for a pick early round here, but nothing's going for him really. I like the buy on Miku's Julies, but I don't think they even hit Henry, so they've not really been worthwhile that purchase yet. But it's looking like for the Munich guys, they're stacking towards mid.
Julies though, what do you think about it? They dropped in price, I think just $100 cheaper now, from 400 to 300. Miku already trying them out, I guess, but I guess he's still saving for an AWP. Mine's actually with a nice headshot, but not converting the kill. Now, let's see if the duelies can make anything happen. For now, smoked off A, Execute came in, and that's a free bomb plant. Nothing you can do about full A exec, and even the duelies getting spammed through the smoke. That is Miku and Vinezo dead. And the rest of Munich eSports gets cleaned up without doing too much damage and without any kills. So good anti-eco for Recast Gaming, good start for them. But now Miku has enough money for an AWP. And we have seen this on Vertigo before. Munich eSports played it once in the regular season actually. And he had a lot of opening frags towards ramp with his AWP. towards A ramp, so let's see if he can provide that again. He's going for it again, I think. Peeking on top, but smoked off and picked the knight. Very default heavy strategy again for Recast. 3 towards ramp, trying to get some control towards A. 1 very passive towards B and mid. And Munich eSports not really
like
pushing too much either. Miku, unlucky.
yeah, it's looking like Recast are just defaulting, trying to get early info, trying to pick out who's playing where, what's going where. I'm not sure if Miku's shot yet, so I don't know if they know where the op is, but
I think he just did. I think he got jiggle peeked by accident actually.
okay.
So they know where the opera is, and what's that? Fabs is just sitting in the smoke, gets 2 kills of it. Miku not aware of the smoke timing. Chansky though, through the smoke, gets 1 back. But again a 3v4 retake. What? Okay, Sash, hello? I think he heard that he tagged him and then, yeah, last bullet headshot. So
it's gonna be a hard retake there with only 1 kit.
Yeah, and the kit's already dead, and Sash in a 1v2 now. Fabs is on 2 HP, so definitely possible, and there's a kit on site. But, yeah. Fabs with a 4k in the round. Very nice from him, and
he's already 12 to 0.
Yeah, that's insane. Damn.
He's having a good start to the game, only 4 rounds in. He's got an ace on the first round, a 3k on this round. It's like a really strong start. See if you can follow it up.
Yeah, so Fabs is top fragging very hard. Then we have Hendry, Sin, Cadix, and X CR, who's actually managed to get an entry. Ivy Fusion though, getting 1 back towards B. Picked up an AK as well, but no Kefla. And A take's gonna come in. Sash with a forward position. I don't know how he got here, but traded after all. And Ivy Fusion, is he gonna go for this? I guess saving the AK might be the best choice, but Recast already showing some good stuff on Vertigo here. And I guess you can tell that Munich eSports didn't prac the map too much, and Recast definitely know what's going on. Also, Vertigo not updated yesterday, so Munich eSports maybe it was actually the Dust 2 update yesterday evening that forced them into banning Dust in the veto. I wonder if that's the case for either of the teams, because they didn't know if either team has prepared on that already, because it's actually a huge change on Dust 2. If you missed it, check out the CSGO blog post. What do you think, Archer, about that?
Yeah, it's looking like a rough veto to start off with, because I think they were more prepared on other maps rather than Vertigo, but with the bans being ban ban, pick pick, ban ban, and then the leftover, I think obviously with their only ban, I think that obviously their main ban would be Ancient, as it normally is, so they'd have to leave something open, which is the Vertigo, which I think is one of their more weaker maps, and especially with everything being the new update, one of their more weaker maps. They might have a slow start getting into the game, as they are doing, but we'll have to see with this buy coming in.
Yeah, Miku again on the op. Interesting to see 3 times the M4A1S buffed in the last update as well. But nice shot by XCR, gets Miku down. Miku trying to white peek that angle actually, and yeah, ZX just pounces immediately after the entry, and Weinze and Zash were not ready for it at all. And that's a very fast gun round, wow. Just rushing up the A ramp, getting 3 entries.
They just pulled up the up ramp there.
Yep. So yeah, I'm a little sad that we don't get to see Dust later on as well. Next map will be Overpass, and third one would be Inferno. But yeah, Dust change would have been. I'm very interested to see how this will play out in higher tier CS and Team CS with the new changes towards the mid. Nice flash actually for a peek from Weinzo, but somehow Weinzo only connects 2 bullets, and that's not enough anymore since the Deagle got nerfed. Munich eSports in this round's just with upgraded pistols and already 4v5 for them, so Recasts don't need to do much, just waiting for the aggression coming in. Zash with a lot of damage, but again, only 2 body hits. Not enough for the kill. Now you can see the Opper with the support util. And it's actually Ivy Fusion, Zash and Miku to all get some kills on the B side. Sedix is already on 17 HP as well. Catches Zash though, and now rushing towards A. Munich eSports should be aware of this, and they're already rotating. Is this gonna be a fake? No, the other one is joining him as well. Chansky and Ivy Fusion picked up AKs both. But still the advantage for Recast, I guess. If they get this bomb plant down here. Yeah, and they should get it. So Chansky actually pushing through it, but the bomb got planted. Ivy Fusion with the trade, and first round for Munich eSports secured.
That was looking really clean from Munich there with the 3 frags all coming together in like a space of like a 1 second or 2 seconds. Sash looked like he had a really nice flank on there, got a kill and tried to fall off. Sadly, Siddiq's already had the positioning, but they've at least converted the round over with trade, so it's looking good for Munich getting their first round on the board in round number 7 there. They're actually getting quite a bit of money on 2 people. So look, going into this next round, it's looking really confident.
Yeah, I mean it was a kind of semi-buy of just the upgraded pistols and some Kevlar behind it, and nice B stack to get the advantage, and then managed to close it out on A. But now again another buy round. Miku on the AWP. Zash aggressive peek from Sedix gets an entry towards Zash, and this A hold seems a little off right now. Maybe.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like they've had too much to plan yet. It just seems like they're a bit, right, we'll try and do this, we'll try and do that. It doesn't seem like they've got anything set in stone yet, and it feels like they're giving away A control for free, kind of.
Yep.
Or they don't know how to contest it properly, at least.
Kinda seems like it. So Chansky now with some aggression towards sidewalk gets a free kill. Can he get a second though? That's the question, because he's solo right now. He actually managed to get a 3k out of it. M4A1S, ladies and gentlemen. Buffed last night, and now with the body shots, Chansky is providing a nice 3k. Only the Opper left for the T side, and I mean he does have control of the bomb, but 1v4 probably not happening, right? Let's see, Weinzo trying to help John. Spotted now actually. Chansky trying to get close to that smoke, didn't work out. And now Munich eSports.
It's looking like they're just playing the time game.
Yeah,
here.
they don't want to give up too much here. Now that's pretty bad, because XCR actually gets a bomb plant and somehow manages to get both of the A defenders. And even he's ready for Tom now, who flanks behind. Good flash from Tom and cleans up the 1v1 after got a little dicey, I have to say. 1v4 manages to get 3 kills out of it, and just the perfect flash from Tom secures the round.
Yeah, it's looking like there it was getting a bit dicey with people going in one by one. Rick swinging lower ground while people holding in heaven and that still. Sounds like a bit of miscommunication, or looked like it at least. But it's fine, because Tom had the cleanup was the really good flash there. It didn't show up as the flashes, but I'm pretty sure the guy was full white having.
Yeah. Well, kinda disturbs the money situation for Munich eSports, but Miku this time towards B gets an early entry, that's what we like to see. And now falling back is Chun, actually with a nice smoke towards mid. Denying that control. Sash again on top of that smoke, he's just not aware of the boost. He's actually boosting on top of each other to see above that smoke. And Sash giving up the advantage on A, but this is again a very slow round from Recast. Already 6-2 up, so doing a great job, but what? Irish Fusion? He just pushed B, I guess, has control of the bomb. Is not ready for the AWPer sitting in T-spawn for some reason, interesting, but well played by him. 3v3 now, this is a very messy round, just going in one by one, Weinzo. Catching another one on A, and Jansky with a good timing, but only the FAMAS, not the M4 this time. Does hear all the steps towards B now. And Miku rotated early, so nice pickup from him. And now Fabs in a 1v3 with 6 HP left.
Yeah, it's looking like this is a very unwinnable round from Fabs unless he can pull off something good again. But Miku's looking like he's going aggressive for the odd picks. Finally capitalizes on Fabs and kills him. Really nice round from Munich and especially from Miku.
Yeah, Miku with the 3k on top of the scoreboard for Munich eSports as well. Very nice stuff from him. Yeah, he was actually one of the players who really liked Vertigo, the map itself. So maybe he can try and step it up. As he's done in the last round.
I feel like with Miku like being free reigning on A, just being able to go for picks either alley, ramp, or even maybe even go mid some rounds. It's more of his comfort zone. I know that from previous experience of playing with him. I know that Sash and Miku are both like just being really very aggressive on A, you know.
Yep.
And it's kind of paying off, but for Miku more than Sash, because Sash has like swung too many times now and died. But it's all about feeling out what the team's doing at the minute. So
yeah, Sash giving up some entries towards A, but in this gun round, it's actually not a gun round. Never mind. Only the pistols for Recast Gaming after Munich eSports picking up 2 rounds in a row. 3-6, and might be a 4th here for Munich if they can get past these Deagle's dualies and 1 Tech 9. Some util on Henry as well. I wonder if they're just gonna contact A here. Munich eSports currently with 3 players on A as well, so they're definitely ready for it. Trying to get some
going
info.
flash into IV, gets a bit of early info.
Yep.
He sees one. Only hears one though.
Wow.
So you over peak sadly to Sedik. So with this it looks like they're just going to ramp up the speed and maybe just execute straight off the bat, which they're doing. Miku with a lovely defense entry there. Binzo with a really nice spray through the smoke there, hearing footsteps, but the T's have got their walls of smokes up, so they've got their free bomb plant. Binzo with another kill smoke.
So important as well, because that was ZX who picked up an M4 and even had Kefla behind it. Now the retake should be possible. Irish Fusion smoking off sidewalk, and there's a kit on everyone as well, so Jansky with 1 towards ramp and the 2nd towards sandbags to clean it up. There's a molly on the bomb, but smoke extinguishes that, and the fuse coming in from Chun. So not the cleanest of anti-ecos, but they survived with 3 people in the end. Picking up 2 AKs and the AWP, of course, so good round, everything considered, and getting a little closer here, 4-6.
Looking like yeah, that's what I was going to pick up on. It's looking like the first 6 rounds went to Recast and the last 4 have gone to Munich. It's looking like Munich are starting to get back into the game. They've just had a rush start of filling out what Recast have been doing. It's looking like, if anything, Munich getting a lot more confident with their peaks and trading abilities now. Looking like things are a little bit less scrappy. With them not having too much team experience on this map, it's looking like things are probably getting more fixed and knowing what they're each are wanting to do.
Yep.
So that's good.
Yeah, that's what you want to be hoping for as early as possible after a rough start. Now Miku again with the opener, this time towards sidewalk. Can he get a second? Yes, he can. XZR the Knight, and Chansky with a huge timing in ladder. Actually, he pushed up early, so this passive default kind of getting denied by Munich eSports for the first time. Maybe even keeping it clean. Only Fabs remaining, 1v5, and no damage dealt to Munich eSports yet.
Yeah, it's looking like Munich are really getting their defense together. Looking like a clean round. There's only one left on Fabs. He's walking into the bomb site. I don't think Tom's seen him. But Kansky does, and he capitalizes and kills him. It's a really clean round from Munich there. All 5 stay alive. They're starting to get an economy together, especially on Kensky and Miku, with 9,000 and 8,000 rounds on each player. It's looking like Munich are starting to find their stride now with getting entries and also trade fragging and just staying together more.
Yeah,
They're
and
looking a bit
Miku
sloppy
as
at
well
first,
again.
and
I keep saying that Miku really good on the entries on Vertigo, 12 to 7 for him now. This time there's no op on XCR. But he actually went for the SG, interesting. Buying back into this because they had some money left over, but again a very slow default this time. Waiting for the mid aggression. And only Fabs and Zedix trying to get some control towards A. Zash and Weinzo need to be really careful here. Not to give up early entries, and Zash again peeks above the smoke. Zedix doesn't expect the second one there. And that's what you've been talking about. The trades actually are happening at least after giving up entries. Trades are the most important thing, and even though you don't want to be giving up entries, if they at least get traded, it's still winnable, and Munich eSports actually in the advantage situation now. 4v3.
yes, it's looking like Munich are starting to actually get things together now, but with this, that they're going to have to give up the A-side smoke to these, the A-side to these smokes. It's looking like, if anything, Miku does get one on XCR over peaking. The thing is, they've not even got bomb down, and the smokes are fading, so it's looking like maybe
And
Miku
Miku
gets
with
one
the
on
tag!
the wall bang.
Oh, not the second, but gets
Kansky
the...
finishes them off.
Yeah, great stuff. I
It's
feel
looking
like... I feel like Weinzer is so strong at shooting through these smokes and getting these timings down to hit people through the smoke. Did a lot of damage again through it, and Miku with a lovely wall bang towards default. So yeah.
Yeah, with this, it's looking like Rick's had his headset on properly, he's listening to the sound cues and spraying in the correct way. Like, there's nothing that you can say bad about it. It's not really luck, I don't think, with the 3 or 4 he's had already. Like, it's just he's listening to them running and shooting through that
Yep.
wall of smoke. It's not too hard of kills, but yeah.
Good comeback from Munich eSports already. I think they were down 6-1, and now it's 6-6. So 5 rounds in a row, really good stuff, and already a pause called by Recast Gaming, I would think. They actually would have enough money for another full buy if they go for Galils. They would actually have some util as well, but trying to maybe talk about it with their coach as well, who is on the server, Toby. Maybe they're gonna try and pick something.
It's looking like a bit of a rough round from Recast here. They're definitely going to be talking about if they want to buy this or not. Because if they do, they won't have an AWP, and they'll have like half util on everybody, or a mixture of util on people. But with the new update, they can drop a load of util across the players that don't have too much if they want to
Yeah.
decide to do that. But
What do you
I don't
think
know if
about
it's
that actually?
too close into the season.
What do you think about dropping grenades? I don't
Yeah,
know if it's a good thing.
personally, I kind of like it, but I wish they would have kept it to just warm up. Because if they kept it to just like, freeze time, sorry.
Yeah.
If they kept it to just freeze time, and then you can drop like stuff over, that's more, I'd say, regulated, but actually implementing it into the game seems a bit different. But yeah, I don't know. It's a very unique new thing that we'll just have to see how it works out. But I've seen a couple of clips on Twitter and stuff already where it's like you chuck a load of flashes towards A on Mirage, and like people will just keep on chucking flashes and flashes over while ball contacting B. It's It's very strange, but we'll have to see how the meta goes around it.
Yep. Well, the good thing is that you cannot buy more than 10 flashes as a team, right? So it's kind of limited, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we will have to see
Yeah.
how the pros are gonna use it, and the meta is gonna change somewhat probably. So yeah,
It's
I'm
going
actually
live again now though, so
yep. Here we go. Actually, bought into this is Recast Gaming. They did buy fully. Miku trying to get a early pick again. Gets tagged till he's almost dead. 6 HP remaining. But considering he missed his shot, that's a good outcome for him. Still alive. And Recast Gaming actually not going for another default. They're just gonna go for a pretty fast B exec, I guess.
yeah, it's looking like they're walking up towards B with one guy just making noise towards A here.
And
The
look
good
at
thing is that Munich have
yeah,
kind of read this and
they
has got 3
definitely
towards B.
have.
It's very it's looking like Sash has either made an unreal call because he doesn't look like he's got too much info on the A ramp here, but with Miku mollying, he did hear a tick on somebody, but whether they keep gamble stacking this is another thing. It's looking like Kansky's maybe rotating and
But now
Vines
they have
is
the
rotating as
info.
well, but Tom did spot it. They have spotted 2 people towards the ramp, but it's looking like they are running back. Sash with 1 on the flank. Not able
Doesn't
to
get
get
a
a second,
second.
but does
Yeah.
quite considerable damage to 2 people.
But I think one player catched Junsky towards mid as well, so 4v3 situation suddenly, and Recast Gaming is running towards A, planting already at default. Mainz are still not sure if there's still somebody in mid, but they left it and they made this rather weird fake work. Everyone
Yeah,
on
it's
half
looking like
HP,
though
but
that
yeah.
Recast. Yeah, it's looking like Recast only have like not too much HP. Like there's no more than 50 on anyone, but they're going for it. Tom gets 1, but they have 2 trade frags on him. Miku just 6 HP in an orb, looking like he's going to run away and just save this. They are chasing fast, and Miku is holding, but can't get one sadly. So that's a round to Recast Gaming. They pick up the up as well, so they save a lot more money there because they wouldn't have been able to buy one into this round. And yeah,
That's
7 for Recast Gaming.
very, very unfortunate round. I think they had the perfect read and somehow Recast Gaming decided to run it back towards A. And that kind of catched Munich eSports off guard. Now Munich eSports can buy back into this one. Full buy for both teams, up on either side as well. And this will be a very important one, 6 to 7 as you said, and kind of deciding who will win the half at this point. Sash!
Yeah, Sash with a lovely
Wow.
Molotov and spam through the smoke as well, yeah. So a really
This
good play
time
that.
not giving up the entry, but look at the angle. ZX is holding. Sash takes a lot of damage but survives. And knows somebody. Sandbags mollying him out, almost killing ZX. He survives on 5 HP, so damage traded. And advantage Munich eSports, unless Miku decides to push Henry here. But is he gonna check him? He hits the shot, okay. Nice flick. Ivy Fusion actually getting the bomb at lower B. So this
You got a kill towards B with pushing.
might be tying up the scoreline here. Ivy Fusion, lovely off angle, trade Sash, and only the Opera left to do everything. Is he gonna save? He's kinda in the middle of nowhere currently.
Yeah, it's looking like he's aiming towards saving here with 20 seconds left on the clock. He's just gone up the ladder. He's no aim to get. He's looking like he's no aim to get the bomb towards B here. If anything, he's just gonna sit in top of ladder, listening to stuff. Hopefully, trying to save. If anything, they combine to the next round. I think with this loss bonus, they should be able to. If you can keep it alive, and it's just looking like it is going to do so. And with that, Munich get a 7th as well and go on to the last round. So there'll be a recast here. We'll be able to buy up with, I think, about 4 guys with full util, full guns, but 1 guy will have to drop down to the Mac 10, which Fabs is doing.
And which is perfectly fine as well. That's a pretty good buy, considering everything. All the utility and maybe even some speed comes with the Mac 10. Running up the A ramp.
Yeah, true.
Sash with a lovely spray again through the smoke. Gets a second somehow. Dies afterwards by throwing a nade towards the upper. But again, Sash this time just in last round with a lovely entry. And now Weinzo hiding in the sandbags. There's still 2 mollies, so does need to be careful. He does have a smoke as well to extinguish the fire if it comes towards him, but Munich eSports not really sure what's gonna happen. Leaving B is iRefusion. Actually, he just picked up flashes from the ground in spawn, so they're actually using it already. Weinze with 1. Nice smoke to get out. Is he waiting for a support flash or what is that? Oh boy.
I think he's just trying to play around right now, just to try and stay alive as long as possible.
But they still should know that he's still here, so... Yeah, gets found out after all. Henry with a nice headshot. Now 30 seconds and Recast in a 2v3. Miku smoked off. Doesn't hit the smoke shot this time, but pushes forward. Almost gets a double, and Miku with the import. What? Okay, nice flick.
That's real. You can definitely tell with these recent rounds, he's definitely feeling it with the upper down flicks. Like the one shot mid and then that one.
Miku really feeling it with the op on his, not his favorite map, but I think he really likes it. So good stuff for Munich eSports. Always nice to have an opper who's hitting everything, and Munich eSports actually winning out the half in this best of 3 on the first map. Considering they had a really bad start, this is good. This is great. 8-7.
Yeah, they had a rough time getting into it.
Yep.
Yeah, with everything considered, like being a recast map pick, and them getting the first, I think it was 6 rounds, or the first 6 of 7 rounds. Like, it was looking really rough to start with, but they've brought it back quite hard, and looking like they're all feeling confident with peaks and trades and such. So hopefully it carries on to the T side, and
yeah, I wonder
can,
if T side's Munich eSports is actually a little more confident now, but also I don't know about all these strats, because as you said, they haven't scrimmed on Vertigo a lot, and people might not know the timings that well, but we'll see.
Yeah,
match is live. Let's go.
With this coming, Miku and Sash both buying util here, with everyone else looking like it's going to be armor. And the molly flash on SJN and the kit to smoke on Henry. They're looking like both teams are going to go for double util players here, hoping to deny anything. It's looking like a simple A burst maybe, with Miku smoking one side and Sash smoking the other. It's looking like just a simple execute with this.
Flash coming over, and here we go. Sash still has a molly, maybe for the after plant actually. And Recast Gaming are not gonna contest the plant, just shooting some bullets through the smoke. Clean plan for Munich eSports. There is a kit on Henry and a smoke. And a molly, as you said, on SJN, so they have some utility for the retake. Maybe a molly towards sandbags. But Munich eSports with a now 4v5 situation after Weinzo kind of pushes the issue. Sash kind of getting caught off guard as well, and Miku, iRefusion needs to do everything here, gets a second, doesn't get a third, all on Chansky now, spotted. Is there time? There is a kit on the diffuser, Chansky needs to get him, and he does. That must have been very close.
That's huge.
And that's
yeah,
a
that
huge
looks like
pickup.
it was like less than a second left.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Really struggling to hit the diffuser, of course. showing his spot to Junsky, and the other CT trying to provide cover as well with his body. But Junsky keeps calm and finishes the round. But Recast actually forcing into this. Opera picked up a max 7, gets boosted in mid, maybe trying to farm some money. So Munich eSports really need to be careful.
Yeah, it's looking like this force buy has come in, and ESEA is still on the track of getting an up with the amount of money he's saved so far.
Yeah.
But looking like, if anything, he wants more with this Mag 7 on boost mid. So, but I don't think Munich are even going to look towards going mid with this, so it's kind of a blessing with this. If anything, it's looking like they're trying to take B control and then maybe go towards A with the 2-3 people still holding. But if anything, I feel like Munich are just prodding out again, seeing what happens. Rick walks into the Mag 7 there, that's really unlucky. One bullet to the head and he's dead already. But Miku gets to trade on a site.
Yeah, they need to be clean though on these trades towards B now, because bomb is dropped towards mid. Junsky actually dying as well to XCR. He somehow kills 2 without Kefla. Even a 4th, and that's not going well.
He's on for the ace. Doesn't get it though, sadly. That was a really good flank push by XCR there. Sash here, 20 seconds left on the clock. Sees the guy towards ladder, gets contact. Starts running towards B site. I'm not sure if he gets there in time, especially with Henry on site with the Deagle and Max 7.
Yeah, he won't get on time there.
Sash
He needs to fake it, and now there's just no time. Even gets headshotted by Fabs. Yeah, Munich eSports kind of
it's the TV1 and
struggling against these eco or force buys, I should say. They kind of showed that in the regular season as well. Always these Deags, and this time it was a max 7 to open it up, and picked up a Galil, was the Opera, and killed 3 afterwards as well. So a little unfortunate, but well done by him. And now it's Munich eSports on the eco. Sash forcing Henry away and getting denied after all, but this will just be a round where Munich eSports tries to get 1 or 2 kills, but probably not much else in it for them.
yeah, I don't know what that play was towards mid there, with Renzo just holding full W solo, but he got quite a lot of damage onto their Henry guy playing Heaven, but not much else. It's looking like Kansky does get the trade frag after Sash dies on Peak and Crane. If anything, it might just be try and be a simple A burst here, try and get bombed down and get as much cash as they can for the next gun round. Kansky does have a smoke, which is looking like he's going to use towards left side site, which is doing so. So if anything, they're just trying to get bombed down, but it just depends if they can get onto the site.
No.
And Fabs denies that with the bomb just being dropped, and finally cleans up the third.
Fab's back on it with the eco frags. He had a really strong start into the match, kinda cooled down after Munich eSports picked up some rounds, but now again him on top of the scoreboard with 20 kills, 9 deaths only for him, so tying up the scoreline is Recast Gaming 9-9, and Munich eSports back with a bye, but it's a really messy one. 4 Galils and not that good amount of util. On the CTs we don't see an op yet, but they definitely have the advantage.
It's looking really rough for the Munich guys with the 4 Galils. Like, I would have said maybe they would have ecoed one more just to make sure they get the full buy and as much potential as they can to win rounds on especially a crucial scoreline, but Ari Fusion faces towards B too much and SJ and capitalizes on the kill. 2 of the Munich guys are on around 50 HP. That's a lie. Miku's on 15, not even 50.
Yep.
So, with it being a minute and 10 left on the clock, it's looking really rough. Only 2 smokes and 1 flash left over. They have the bomb looking towards like it's going towards A, with Vanzo maybe looking towards the getting contact B first, but he does get contact, but shouldn't guess a lucky wallbang as Vanzo falls off there. They burst onto the A site with the rest of them. Kansky gets a good trade kill through smoke there. Getting bombed down. Miku with another kill there, equaling out to 3v3 now.
And the bomb plant itself
bomb
is
down
already a
and can get to
success,
go after
yeah.
plants. Yeah.
So there's still a lot of util to get a retake going, but Munich eSports trying their best. Zash currently, okay, now he picks up an AK. Miku trying to deny the retake before it comes in, but gets denied, and now XCR just holding the defuse. Zash with a double and a triple? What? What just happened? Zash going huge.
Oh my god. He just swung and got everyone.
What?
That is insane. That's huge plays from Sasha. Like, really needed that round there, especially with the Galil buy.
Yeah.
That was like, sadly auto-directed, didn't pick it up, but that should have been a really good clip there.
Well, XCR actually trusting his mates and just held down the defuse, but didn't work out for him. And luckily enough, Zash hitting every hits every shot, and now we have Recast Gaming buying fully into this, and XCR again towards mid picks off Weinzo, who kind of keeps struggling towards mid against the AWPer, who didn't have an AWP yet, but advantage for the CTs here. B execute's gonna come in. Are they gonna go with this, or this will be another fake? No, they're just running in. 2 defenders on the B side.
Let them full committing with this.
And the lineup, SJN somehow gets 2. Now bomb will get planted in a matter of time, I would think. Our fusion actually mollied off currently. So bomb plant secured means they can probably buy in the next one, but this after plant will be difficult.
Yeah, they've got a slow flank on and then 3 retake from CT. They're playing this really slow, waiting for that flank to get close enough so they can all aggress at the same time. 3 players from CT are walking out here. Kansky with the first, Tom with the second, third. Does he know about the flank? He should. You can hear him running.
Definitely does now. Iron Fusion, low HP, but does he buy enough time? He actually did. No kit for the CT Zedix, winning the duel, but not the round. Munich eSports with round number 11. That was
huge.
very close again. Wow.
That was really needed there because their money is still, even with the round win, not too great.
Yep.
And even worse for Recast Gaming there with everyone on 2k or just a little bit above.
Yeah, I wonder if they're just gonna force it again, because they had success with this force buy in the second round. Now they even have an AK safe, but they're not gonna go for it. 3 USPs, only 1 upgraded pistol, and Munich eSports with a lot of steps towards A early, trying to rush the A site, and with a lot of map control already is Zash cleaning up 2 CTs, maybe even getting a third. No, Miku steals it away, and only the AK remaining. Need to be careful here not to give this round up. But bomb plants came in, and after plants position are getting better and better.
Yeah, it's looking like Munich are definitely winning this round with Zedix saving here, but they've thrown away 2 bodies in the process. The next round they might have to drop 2 guns over. I don't think Kansky can buy Sash maybe, but it's looking like their money's not going to be too great buying into the next, whereas Recast have saved enough with the loss bonus being only 2 rounds, so they'll be able to buy into the next round, potentially with an op if Zedix drops an op across.
Yep. So, good run for Munich eSports, considering they don't lose it. Good damage done by Zedix, and he does have enough money to buy that op for his mate, so I guess both teams are kind of happy with that one. 12-9 now for Munich eSports though, and getting closer to that 16 round mark, but there still is a lot of work to do, and this one will be a very important round coming up. Zash actually stays on the Mach 10, so maybe trying to do something faster like in the last round again. And he is rushing up the A ramp by himself actually. Catches one towards ramp and gets the kill.
He does get the entry.
Yeah.
He doesn't know about Zedix flanking though, but... And then Zedix even gets the kill on Sash, but he knows the A ramp's clear now, so Munich either have to speed it up towards B or Recast are gonna already have 2 people in the site. Execute does come in. Miss Molotov onto default. Full XQ comes in there, so I think Recast Gaming are forced out the site. Unless Henry does get back in, gets one, but gets traded by Miku.
Chansky as
Kansky with the
well.
second. Bomb goes down. Ooh, Miku with a nice shot onto the upper gap there. And Binds close out the round there with 2 of them staying.
I felt like the speed take should have come in a little earlier, before Zash actually dies, because he made the A ramp insecure for the CTs and Zedix needed the trade, and then he called it clear afterwards, but somehow Munich eSports managing to get the trade advantage going on the B side, and good after plan as well. Weinzo with a needed kill, and this round, again only the Deeks, but this time it's no problems for Munich eSports. Already 2 entries, IV Fusion towards B, and already pushing onto the side. They have all the map control, because Zash got an entry towards mid, I believe. And this might be round number 14 for Munich here.
Yeah, it's looking like Munich are going to capitalise on this. XCR does get a 1D onto Vinzo though, but they know where he is. Bombs down still, so the round will be Munich's, but it's just how many can XCR take, and he can't take any more because Sasha's down with the Mac 10. Lovely round from Sasha with the 3K.
I kind of feel for Weinzo at the moment. He's 7, 8, and 18. A lot of assists, and he's getting 1 deked. Lucky again by the CT. He's not having the greatest showing for himself, but yeah, his team is performing really well. Everyone almost at 20 kills already, and only Weinzo lacking, but he's providing the assists and some great rounds as well, like in the last or the second to last one where he closed out the round. So Munich eSports getting closer again, 14-9 now. This time though, XCR is on the AWP. I think that's the second time he picked up an AWP, right? Let's see if he can have some impact.
Yeah, that's the second time he's picked up his AWP. Yeah, it's looking like as well with Vinzo though, only being 7 frags, he's done a lot of impact in making space at the start of the round. Also same with Sash. Sash again runs up the A ramp and gets another entry, half blinded by his teammates, but still has A ramp control. That's really nice.
Miku with a nice flash, kind of blinding both players, Zash and the CT, but somehow works out for Zash. Again an entry with the Mac 10. He just loves running up A, I guess. And it's working out. Yeah. Munich eSports again with the advantage, and is he just gonna fake it solo by himself? Yeah, he is. Okay, IV Fusion though dies towards B early, and now the CTs have all the information. Weinzo towards mid gets a lurk kill, but his mates fall on B, and even though Weinzo gets a third, somehow manages to get it into a 1v1 here, and he still has a lot of time.
Yeah, the thing is as well with this, he knows that SJ is low because Kansky and Sash have both done damage to him, so the call should be made that he's low. It's kind of a one-on-one, whoever hits the first bullet, with Vine's only being on 22 and SJ being on 13. It's kind of a game of cat and mouse, whoever finds who first. There only being 25 seconds left on the clock though. With Vine's clearing out really steadily, he might need to speed up here.
I mean, the CT knows really where the bomb was, and SJN really playing it smart here, giving up the bomb, now coming back towards B because he knows that he has to pick up the bomb. Weinze now not getting shut down, but the nade might finish him. And there it is. Well played by SJN. Really... Gets a 4K in the round.
Well played by SJN.
Yep.
It's looking like Munich are going to buy here, with there being quite a lot of money on every person. So, with the CTs only having minimal buy though, with XCR having to drop down to a Mag 7, Sidix having dropped down to an MP9, and a FAMAS being on Henry with no kit on 3 people. So this is looking like Tom is just running into the B site with the free kill, with people being on minimal util and buys and everything. Runs in, gets a second kill on the guy at generators, opened up the site instantly straight away.
Oh no, not
XCR
this
does
again.
get a trade kill on mid though.
And it's Vines again, he's just not having the best game. He had that huge 3K in the last round, which kind of made this scrappy buy for the CTs happening, but this time it's his brother, IV Fusion with a huge kill. Now suddenly he needs to ace. IV Fusion on for the ace, has his 4k already, but spotted by XCR, and that might be his undoing. Okay, does he get the timing? IV Fusion tagged on 10 HP, he needs the headshot. Who gets it first? Okay, it's XCR. How did they manage to retake that?
That's really unlucky for. That's really unlucky. I don't know. Everything happened all at once in a matter of seconds. Like, I thought the trades was going favourable for Munich, but then I don't even know who went huge for Recast Gaming.
I think it was
Sedix
Sedix who flanked from T-stairs towards B, but somehow he didn't get traded. I think he got himself a 3k, and in the end Tom needed to do everything. So Munich eSports kind of throwing away this advantage, but still up 14 to 11. And still money for an AWP for Miku, so not the worst case, but there's limited utility for basically everyone besides Weinze. So
Yeah,
this might be a
looking
difficult one.
Really rough for Munich at the minute with only having a full set of util on one person, but Miku with a lovely shot on the jump spot on ramp there. Gets a really nice entry there, so they have free ramp control now. They don't know it yet, but they should start maybe taking map control with Kansky walking up by the looks of it. Miku holding his Ivy. They should hit the rotation as well, so they should know 2 towards A again. Maybe even 3 here. It's looking like hero plays have to be made. XCR pushes mid, but gets shut down by Vinzo with a lovely headshot there, holding map pressure.
Yeah,
it's a 5v3 now, minute left on the clock.
Weinze as well is finally getting the timing with this mid lurk, and important second entry towards the CT who kind of tried to make the play. Now the CTs don't know anything. There's one on A, one mid, and one B. And now Munich eSports need to decide where to go. Chansky does spot him after all. And gets the kill, so 5v2 now. Only Henry and SJN, and Henry is dead by Miku's lovely AWP shot. And even the cleanup by Zash, so 15 rounds for Munich eSports, guys. On the map pick of Recast Gaming, Munich eSports is really showing some great T rounds. After struggling in the first half,
yeah,
they're doing a great job here.
And with this as well, Munich are going into this with a really good buy and quite a lot of bank on everyone. So even if they lose this, they're going to still have a buy for next. Whereas this round, Recast have really shoddy buy with 3 pistols, XM, and only an M4 on one person.
Yeah, it's really unlucky for the CT AWPer. He had the AWP 2 times, I think, maybe 3, and the other rounds he had a shotgun all the time. He made it work somehow, but definitely not his favorite gun. So yeah, very scrappy buy, and Munich eSports playing it slow in this match point round, so not giving up early entries towards either side. Miku with a very passive angle.
It's looking like they're looking towards taking mid control with one guy holding A, one guy holding B. It's a really good setup for Munich here, or taking map presence on the site which doesn't have double stacks players on both entry paths. So if anything, they're going to take mid control and decide what they want to do from there. With so much util still left, 40 seconds left into the round, but minimal map pressure. It's looking like Munich are going to get the entry onto Sash here, who gets the kill on one of the A guys. If anything, it's looking like they might look towards split towards A here. Miku gets an entry onto one of the other A guys. And with Sash getting the third, it's looking like it's going to be ending A with no defenders left on the site. 2 people both rotating around flanking. One has an XM, one has a CZ. It's looking like maybe a Munich round. XCR does get the first. Second,
auto shotgun,
third.
what's happening? Third kill for him. He's really destroying Munich eSports with these shotguns, and now Weinzo and Chansky still in the advantage, 2v1. They're just gonna face him, and Weinzo cleans up the map with his 12th kill. And that was a 16 to 11 after all, right? Or was it 12?
11. Yep. 16-11 to Munich there. Really good showing from everyone.
Yeah.
Honestly, like I thought it might be a bit of a sketchy map there, but after the first few rounds of them actually finding what they want to do and playing with each other, ended up being really, really well played by Munich there. Because if they didn't lose the first 6 rounds, it would have been like a 16-5 game on not their map pick. So if they just got into the game a bit sooner, it would have been a lot more of a run over for Munich there. But a win's a win at the end of the day, and they played really well.
Yeah, great map for Munich Esports. Only played it once in the regular season, I need to remind you of that. And they won it 16-14 in the regular season, but this time against the Recast Gaming ranked number 74, actually with a huge performance from everyone on Munich Esports. And that's the first map win for Munich off in this best of 3 here. So next map will be Overpass. Let me see. I can switch.
Overpass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. So we can.
Overpass, and then the third map ends on Inferno. And the way everything is going for the Munich boys, it's looking like they're only going to probably need the 2 maps of Vertigo and Overpass. And the thing is with this is like they're going onto their own map pick, which everyone feels comfortable on Overpass now. And I think the Recast Gaming haven't played it too much. Actually, no, that's incorrect. They've played it 3 times and lost it twice. So, if anything, it's looking like Munich are coming into this with the really strong favourites of winning this map themselves. But we'll have to see in, I think, about 5 minutes because the server changes 5 minutes after the match
Yep.
ends, I think.
We are gonna take a quick
So,
break and we'll be back with the second map of this best of 3 on Overpass. Munich Esports currently 1-0 after Vertigo, and yeah, we will be right back after this.
you've just got me now. But so the game looks like it's going live right now to me. I think it is, yep. So with this, we're going live onto Munich. This is a less close game of the 16-11 pre. Uh, straight picks here. So the
Hello? Uh, TeamSpeak is lagging out for me currently. I don't know what's happening. Alright. Um. Alright, seems like we're having some issues again with TeamSpeak or Discord, so Munich Esports now on their map pick, losing the first pistol again, E-Rush coming in and getting shot down. It didn't force into it, so it's fine I guess, but this round will be the more important one. Sash dropping the AWP actually, interesting. I'm gonna quickly try and get Archer back in the call, but until then, you're just gonna see the game without any sound. Auto director be dripping, yeah, that's unlucky. Okay, let's try this again. Yeah, no game some because I'm trying to fix the TeamSpeak issues. Sorry guys. Esports in this gun round with 1-for-1 trade is Dash. Now AX6 gonna come in and one of the seats hiding inside of the smoke. Jansky not ready for it at all. Getting traded, but SJN with a nice positioning and Miku with everything to do, but denied and even all picked up by SJN. So again, a slow start for Munich Esports on their map pick this time, but seems like there's gonna be a pause anyway because we have lost Chansky. So maybe that's a good sign for me to try and get Archer back into the call. Oh, hello. I hope this will work. I don't know. TeamSpeak didn't work for me at all.
Yeah, you can as well. Hopefully this is stable enough. Yeah.
I hope so. Well, you guys didn't miss anything, at least not the gameplay, maybe some sound, but yeah, as you could see already, Munich Esports with a 0-3 start. Very fast anti-eco cleanup on the second round, and then in this gun round it kind of was a little more back and forth, but the CTs kept 3 people alive after the AX came in, and again Faps with a good start into the map. Jansky back on the server as well, so let's hope we will continue here shortly. You misspelled, we got rid of Jansky. Well, I didn't want to say that, I guess, but he dropped out of the server. Now he's back with -1, unfortunately, but freeze time is gone. And we go live again with some upgraded pistols for Munich Esports. So overpass now. Munich Esports with their map pick, they have played it a bunch of times, usually winning it, but at recent times they lost it as well in 99 damage div 3, so let's see what they can do today. Sush just running up toilets, spotting the Opera and rushing towards A now, but yeah, just like the first eco, denied again, and 4th round for Recast Gaming.
Yeah, it's looking like a Munich slow start again. Just trying to figure out what recast they're gonna do. But hopefully this round with a buy coming in, and figured it out, and then they can see what they can do with strats wise of everything. Miku's finally picked up his op, his trusty weapon. With Recast Gaming using this as an extra round as well, they've still got an MP9. They've not fully committed to the full buy yet of upgrading, so they've still got quite a lot of money on everyone. With this, it's looking like Munich are going straight into a B-pop here, with 4 people looking towards going towards shore. And I think it will just be the straight B execute with wood flashes and them executing. Yep.
Yeah, here they go. CT's fully blind. Sush not with the first entry. It's Weinzer to get 1 back, but a very clean setup for the CTs to be in that advantage situation now. iFusion can trade 1, but in the end only 2 CTs survive. And Recast Gaming again with a pretty clean round, and they have a lot of money in their bank already, so Munich Esports not getting the bomb plants and not getting the CTs to struggle it anyway. Even Miku with a stab in the back of iRefusion. Not the best start into the round, and even getting naded to 3 HP.
Ooh. If anything, though, it's only an eco, so it's not too big of a deal. It's not like it's a gun round or anything.
Could have even had a chance for an entry. Is he gonna get it? No. XZR just runs away. XZR. And now trying to hit a nice shot, but misses Miku on the jump. Munich Esports are probably gonna look for a bomb plant here at least. This would be just great to do some damage to the CTs and get their own money going, of course. Weinzer with a nice off angle catches the monster push. And there's even a weapon to pick up. But Weinzer currently far away from his mates. And SJN with a nice angle gets the second one onto John as well, and this might be a cleaner up after all, because now it's only Weinzel left. Does manage to pick up one more, but no bomb.
Got the
and yeah,
got the A1S from Monster as well, so he could potentially look to save it, but they're gonna buy into the next round anyway, so it doesn't really make too much of a difference. It just depends what gun he prefers. And by the looks of it, he just wants to get rid and dice the CTR.
yeah. So not a single bomb plant in 6 rounds on the T side. Very slow start for Munich eSports, and that's where the pause comes in.
It's looking like it's a bit of a mimic of last game. I've seen this before.
Yep, for sure. This time it's SJN, 10 kills, 1 death. Huge start from him on the A sides. And Munich eSports keeps struggling for now. Maybe Mark, our coach, can chime in and call a strat maybe, or fix a small problem. But we're back live, freeze time counting down. And another gun round, Miku again on the op. Maybe it's on him to get an opener.
Hopefully it's looking like he's got the spawn for it. Oh no, they're doing the 4-man boost by the looks of it, or 5-man boost. So I'll have to see what Miku sees. He doesn't spot anything heaven. And he gets the jump spot onto the guy. Jump spot and B shot. It's a great pick off there. Great entry. Now they can play the rest of the round 10 seconds in with 4v5.
Was really interesting to see it from the CT's perspective for once. Auto director showing it this way. Yeah, as you could see, the CT didn't see anything and Miku hit the shot, but now XCR hitting another op shot onto Zash, running back through the molly. Now 4v4 and still a lot of map control for the CTs. Miku almost hits the timing. SJN just escapes towards long, and he probably even did spot the bomb, so it's just Chansky trying to... Wait, who is it? Never mind, it's Weinzo trying to lurk towards B, and the rest grouping up towards toilets, but Weinzo needs an entry here to kind of sell that fake if they don't kind of want to come back towards B.
He does have the bit of util to try and fake it, but he's not going to commit to it, so it's looking like he'll just throw the util and fake it.
Yeah, and
The
20
eggs keep
seconds, so this needs to be really fast now. Miku's still on long. And Rush is gonna come in. Opera gets 2, Weinzo with an important trade, but no bomb plant, and now round's done. No bomb plant for Munich eSports again. Just a really strong setup from the CTs again. Opera hitting 2 nice shots after missing in the first. He still got 2 chances, and 7-0.
Yeah, it's looking like a really rough start for Munich. People aren't staying together and grouping, but I'll have to see what these rounds occur. They've looked like they're forcing into this with 2 kills on Refusion and Sash, and everyone else on AK's minimal util. Looking like a straight B rush, maybe.
I think they stopped it for now. Good counter util. And Zedix playing so close to the smoke. Actually gets 3 through the smoke. 2 headshots as well, and that's just a... Again, a strong setup. Just hitting all the shots through the smoke because you can, of course, hear everything. All the T's running in, and... Yeah, nothing really working for Munich eSports currently.
Now, with that B rush there, they tried to just force it out Monster, but the initial lurk smoke didn't put out the molly, so they couldn't run through. And while waiting for somebody else to try and smoke the molly, they were just stuck in the pipe. No coordinated flashes, and they just run into a meat grinder of Sedix, really. So currently it's Kansky and Vinzo left over. Kansky on 50 HP, Vinzo on 78. both of them trying to get a bit of map control. Vinzo has walked up to the banana divider so far. Gets contact on the guy upping mid. He's looking like he's running down towards con, so they are going to MB here, by the looks of it. They have got Recast Gaming have got a monster setup going with one guy playing anti on the wall. Oh, Vinzo with a lovely shot to the guy mid site there. Kansky with a great entry a second. Gets traded though, so
yeah.
it's all down to Vinzo.
Mine's a
Does get a
1v2,
second.
14 seconds, and he still needs to pick up the bomb, so advantage for the CTs for sure. SJN is just gonna deny the bomb plant. Mine's actually reads into it, fakes the plant, but no chance because he was already low HP. And 8 rounds for Recast Gaming. Munich eSports yet to get 1 round onto the scoreboard, and yeah, money very good for the CTs as well, so Munich eSports need to win like at least 2 or 3 rounds in a row to start a comeback here. I mean, it's still possible. 8-7 would be the best outcome, of course, but at this point we're more like looking at a, I guess, really bad half for Munich eSports.
Yeah, I'm guessing the polls does come in from Munich again, just trying to see what they want to do. Maybe talk a few more things out because the things I may have talked about in the previous polls haven't worked. So with that, it's looking like they've unpaused already. So we might be going straight back into it. With this, it's looking like an eco from the Munich side. They're only buying a couple deagles, a couple flashes, a couple tech nines, and a CZ. So this is probably just going to be a maybe throw around to get as much damage as you can done. Looking like a group towards mid here with all 5 members being pushing.
But no flash against the Opper, gets a second. His mate is helping out Ivy Fusion with 1 trade, but Opper getting 3 in the round is probably the end for Munich eSports in this one, unless Ivy Fusion can ace clutch actually.
Yeah.
He picked
does
up
have
an
the
AWP,
AWP.
so yeah.
So the no armor doesn't really make too much of a difference unless he gets aim punched, but he could just find individual picks, depends how much room Recast want to give him, but with the setup that they've got on A site, it shouldn't be too possible. It's just Refusion's holding back long with the up at the minute. He's not really going for any aggro picks right now. There is a minute left, so he is playing the mind games of them having 0 information and not knowing where he is, but if anything, it is looking like he's scoped up walking up long right now. Looking to try and get an entry maybe, but with the off angles and him having an op, it might not work out too well.
Yeah, and no Kefla as well, stepping loudly now and just denied by Hendry.
Yeah.
Delivers the AWP to the CTs as well, which is kinda unfortunate. But yeah, some good kills I guess in the eco, but again no bomb plant. And yeah, they keep struggling to find opening duels, to find success towards any side really. And in this gun round they need to do something about it if they don't want to go down into the CTs having double digits already. So
Yeah, it's looking like with this full buy, they're taking mid control pretty fast. Or Tom with an amazing kill on the guy AWPing toilets there.
I think
He
Tom
does
got
get
legged,
legged, but
yeah.
yeah, he did get legged in the process, but it's still got the entry there. It's looking like they're calming down a bit now, just spreading out, taking map control. There is a monster flank happening right now. He does get a 1, but Vinzo trades a second, so he's still a man advantage in Munich eSports, even though they are quite low on HP on a couple of people. But with this, the bomb's still outside Monster. It's looking like maybe they'll look towards Monster with Refusion getting a lurk on long, or maybe contact on long to fake it safe first, but we'll have to see.
Chansky losing that duel towards short is not helping for Munich eSports, and Ivy Fusion not hitting the headshot as well, so him being on 15 HP is really difficult, and SJN of course not missing the only bullet required to get rid of Ivy Fusion. So 4v3 and suddenly 2v3 for Munich eSports with 26 seconds left, and BTech coming in, Fabs with a really strong position. spam through the smoke and even has help from heaven. So again, a clean round for the cities.
Yeah, it's looking like Munich are a bit shaken with the setups of Recast. Even though they got the kill and it was a nearly 4v5, they still couldn't play the trade game and close it out. Very unfortunate there. It's looking like they're going to reforce into this again with a bit of a mixed buy on Refusion, only buying a Deagle and armor, but the rest of the team have bought up with minimal util again. It's looking like they might have a strat in mind, or
Okay, Fusion actually, the guy who didn't buy up, actually with the trade after Jansky got entryed in con. And look at this, Sedix just sitting inside of the smoke, gets traded because Zash was very close by as well. Now 3v3 and Munich with some map control towards B short, 2 players towards Monster with the bomb as well, so they could pounce on B here. Only 2 CTs currently, but why am I saying 2 only? Well, that's very usual of course in a 3v3, but very
it's
strong
looking like
setup again.
It's looking like Munich are just wanting to exit the site with 2 people walking on Monster. Fusion with 2 beautiful entries there onto site. Sash just died in the process, but it's a nice 2v1 with the Dutch brothers being alive at the minute. The only thing is that Recast does have an AWP trying to retake. He does a full util, but AWP retakes aren't necessarily the best unless they give him 1v1s.
Yeah,
With
and
the
now
util
they
being
should have the info as well. So he does have a smoke and a kit, and I always get nervous if somebody drops down a smoke onto the bomb, even hitting the shot. Weinzo now in the 1v1, but he does manage to pick it up. Only 1 member of Munich eSports surviving, but at least the round secured, and that's what you're hoping for at this point.
Yeah, and it's their first point of the match so far, which is not great. But if it's a start of something, if they can get 5 rounds, at least they can come back into it. With this, they do have a full ban. They do have an AWP on Miku, but they only have a Glil on Kansky. But he does a full util, so we'll have to see what happens here. But it's looking like the CTs as well don't have too much money, saying that a couple of people did have 10k. And Sash gets a lovely entry there onto the guy monster spamming through the smoke. They know they play right side monster quite a lot, so that's a really good information play there.
But the cities are not giving up Monster. Look at this. He's just going through the smoke, and now Sash needs to turn around 180-degree flick to trade Weinzo. Very nicely done to kind of deny that advantage for the cities, and that should have been a 2k probably from Fabs.
Yeah, Sash with a lovely 180 there. With the rest of Munich here looking to take mid control, with Sash just still looking outside monster. It is looking a bit strange with Orpa pushing a long close at this time, because there's still 50 seconds left in the clock. They could go anywhere still. It's looking like they are looking to aim towards ending B. Sash smoking mid side, the rest coming up from short here.
And that's a perfect call. Nobody on the B side, only 1 at ABC, and they're clearing everything. No heaven smoke though, so they need to be careful. Bombs getting planted before the smoke timer runs out, so well done. Now, CTs, are they gonna go for this? They don't even have the most cash left, but Sash giving up an entry might lure them into trying it. Henry done by Fusion, but nice flash coming in from his mate on short. Miku suddenly in a 1v1. Low time on the bomb. Miku with the AWP, and Miku should have this. He misses a shot, no! Oh my goodness!
Oh, he makes up for it, but
Wow!
that was too close for comfort there.
Oh boy, my heart.
Yeah, he panicked way too much. There was so little time left on the clock. He knew he could have probably just taken that extra second to line it up, even if he died.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have got away.
Well,
but
he does win it in the end, so very important pickup, because the cities actually ran out of money already. Second round for Munich eSports, and trying to get 5 here, which would be huge after being down 0-10.
Yeah, and they're starting to get it together again, but they are only winning it by 1 or 2 people at a time.
Yep.
But so they
So
haven't got much util coming into this round. They've only got really AK armor. That's it. Couple flashes, couple smokes. That's about it. And with this, they know they've got low util, so they're just sticking together, going to play the trade game. I'm not sure if they know that the recast are Inco or not, because they did have 10k at some point, but
yep.
it's looking like they are playing the safe option of walking together, staying together, getting trades.
Yeah, I
But
really, really like it, honestly. Just staying as a 5-man group
yeah,
and
and it's
clearing everything very carefully and don't giving the cities any information until they're already close to the site. Now the exit's gonna come in and nobody's home on the A side.
yeah, it's perfect play to get site control so far. It's looking like Vanzo with the first, second. Can he get the third? He does. Completely clears out CT. They should know that the flank's on now. And Vinzo's done his bit for the round. This will be make sure that they get their third here. And if anything, it's a three round streak so far. So potentially that 5 that we spoke about before, getting the last 5 rounds of the half.
Yeah, that would be huge. I mean, 4 rounds, I'm still saying 4 rounds would be kinda enough to start a comeback on the city side, but 5 would be perfect considering that start. Now, in this one it was very easy because CTs didn't really had anything, and Weinzo had a lovely 3k with the Galil, nice spray control and good cleanup, but this round will be the probably most important one so far because there will be an op for XCR and full buy for every other mate as well, so Munich eSports this time of as well with good utility after not losing a single member in the last one, but let's see if they come by the op this time.
Yeah, it's looking like they're playing just a standard default 3 towards mid, 2 towards B shot so far, with them just taking map control towards B here. Oh no, they are rotating 2 of the mid goes towards monster, so it might look like a straight B execute. They've not really taken too much mid controllers. XCR can still see into playground. He still has the entirety of mid so far, so they do have a fast rotate down con if they wanted to.
And
SJ does get
Weinzo,
the
yeah.
such unlucky timing on Vinzo there, but
At least there's a good trade from Zash, so 4v4, but the cities know what's gonna happen. Sadix with one, Henry helps out, and Ivy Fusion even caught by the one way. So again a clean round by the cities, even the flank catching Miku in the back, and that's 11 already for Recast Gaming now. Last round of the half coming in. Will be a full buy for Munich eSports still, even though they didn't get a plant, but they really need to get 4 here. If we look onto the scoreboard, it's Weinzo on top with 12 kills, 12 deaths, so he's pulling his weight. The rest's kind of struggling. Miku and Chansky actually struggling a lot currently, but let's see if they can step it up here. Sash trying to force a lot of CT utility out of the monster players, but with not too much success yet.
yeah, it looked like he wanted to initially go through that smoke there, but with the Molotov, he couldn't run through because he already used the smoke for the like monster. He does get a little bit damage trapping through the smoke on Fabs. He gets a bit more, so Fabs is now down to 50 HP. Not getting any information really in return. It's looking like Rick's getting pushed to be shot here. He
Yeah,
does get
that's
collapsed on now.
very well done by the CTs. Perfect molly. He's even smokes the molly, but then they know that he's there, and after that he can't really do much about it. Now, Ivy Fusion very close already to the Opera. I don't know if he's gonna be ready for it. No, he's not, so nice opener. Spots 2 guys towards truck, and there needs to be trades from Chansky and Zash. And they are. Miku with 1, Chansky with a second, 3v3, 3v2, and bomb planted. There's gonna be a lurk, a flank actually towards long, so
And it does look like Kansky's looking for it potentially, unless he's just holding the above Miku here. Miku's got a great positioning. This is a really good setup for Munich guys.
yeah, and the default
Kansky,
plant as well, so even Miku getting shut down. This should be Munich round, and Zash with the last one in the round. So important pickup in the last round of the half. 11-4 is definitely not great on Overpass T side, which used to be a very strong side for Munich eSports, but kind of struggling in the beginning, picking up 4 rounds towards the end, and now looking for a comeback on the CT side.
Yeah, it's looking like Munich are probably going to have to rely a bit more on their CT side than they would normally. With this, it's looking like they're finally getting momentum towards the end of the half, but the first, I'd say probably 6-7 rounds, it was really sloppy with low trades. Look like it doesn't look like the communication's great, or at least the timing of nades coming in and that doesn't seem to be too well practiced yet.
Yep.
So that might be the lack of scrims and everything coming in with some people being on vacation, but
well, on Overpass it kind of worked out even without it, but not today it seems. And this pistol round coming up might be very telling who will pick up, or if there's gonna be a comeback, or if Recast is just gonna run over Munich eSports in the second half as well, because being up 11-4 is definitely a good chance to clean it up and get onto the third map, which would be, what was it again, Inferno? Yeah, Inferno, I think.
yeah, it's just like as you said, if Munich can get this pistol and maybe even convert it to the 7 rounds that they should do, then they've got a game back on their hands and they can even run away with it like what Recast did with the first 6-7 rounds that they did. So it's just all about how this pistol round goes, because if they lose it and it's a 12-4, and then they potentially have to force it, and then they lose that, and then it's just Recast are already on 13 rounds, and they have so much space to play with, and can really feel like to do whatever they want. And they're just on the ease of the back's foot, and then Munich have to win so many in a row, but we'll have to see really.
Yeah, so I'm really interested to see how Weinzer is gonna play towards B short here on the CT side. He is the one player who kinda tried everything that he could in the first half, but also I think it's all on the A side, all on Miku as well, to find openers again with the AWP. He had really good games on Overpass before, and if you can find these picks with the AWP without being traded, that will be the best case for Munich eSports coming into this next half, but we're still waiting. Some team talks are gonna happen right now.
Yeah,
I
they're
guess.
probably trying to get morale back up and make everyone on tilts, just because they did lose quite heavily to start off with. So tension might be a little bit building, but if they just wait a couple minutes maybe and just chill, make sure everyone's relaxed going into the second half, need full focus for everything, that should be good. But yeah, it's just Sasha and Kansky to ready up.
Yeah, well, Munich eSports actually did manage to pull out some great comebacks. I don't know if it was on Overpass actually. I remember a few of them on Mirage, but it's definitely not over. So if they just calm down a little and try their best here, they should have a good shot in getting this. But yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're just waiting on Sash to ready up now, which is looks like
How
he
can
just
you
has
tell
done,
actually?
So, with my res, I don't know, it just shows you on the screen.
Oh.
I'm not
Okay.
quite sure, but yeah. It's going live anyway, so
Yep. Here we go.
countdown started. Oh. It's looking like here that they're dropping guns over to each other. On the recast side, they've got 2 sets of util already by the seams of it. And Sash is just kit smoke, with everyone else being armor. Recast are looking towards 5 towards mid area or con. Right now they might just play it a bit slower. Yep, Rick's got contact mid here. Falls off. The rest of the recast are looking like they're just wanting to run up long here.
And Munich eSports with a 4-man stack on the B side. Now iRefusion is trying to rotate towards A side to join his brother, but is he gonna be fast enough? Because Recast Gaming are just running up long now, sneaking actually. And Weinzel with a good timing, coming back and spotting people now. So Munich eSports should have a rotation coming in. But good util and a lovely headshot from Fabs gets the entry. Ivy Fusion needs to trade, but it's already getting hunted. Miku is helping out. 4v4 after plant and a bomb plant towards bank. Ivy Fusion though picks up a Glock, gets 2, and even picked up a kit as well, and the smoke from Zash's corpse, so there is a chance for John in the 1v1. He did pick up the kit as well, but doesn't know where the last T is, just trying to stick it now. But SJN not missing any shots through the smoke, and that's a pistol for Recast.
Yeah, that was really unlucky for Munich there. Kanskuna had like a second left on the clock. But as you said, he hits all his shots, can't do anything about it. But nice, 12 for Recast now, 4 for only Munich, so it's looking like they're going to have to force up to try and at least maybe fight for a round, reset them if possible. Which does come in.
Yeah, Munich eSports, if they can somehow manage this half buy or force, there's still the comeback on the cards, otherwise this might be over really soon. Mainzo traded with Miku, Jansky with a nice one as well, so 2v3 suddenly, but Munich eSports on very low HP, and yeah, Jansky dies inside of the molly, Zash on 28 and Ivy Fusion on 22, so really difficult retake. And look at this, XCR just taking his time with the shots, Zash not ready for it at all, and Ivy Fusion with no hope and no health after getting cleaned up by SJN, so
Yeah, the force not really working out for Munich here. They've given up a 13th and potentially a 14th with this
yeah,
as well.
I'm honestly kind of looking into Inferno already, but let's not count them out too early. Just the pistols in this one though, so 14 on the cards for Recast Gaming.
Yeah, I think maybe some of the Munich guys might be looking towards Inferno too right now, but we'll have to see. It's only an eco this round anyway, so they've just stacked 5 towards B here, hoping for the best. Maybe they run into him one by one. Easy kills there, but it's not looking like it. If anything, Henry might overstep here and walk out B short. 3. Miku does see him and get the double tap on the guy. I don't think he saw or heard anyone else yet, so they will be rotating up by the looks of it. They're going to gamble stack 5 towards A. And with this, Recast are not really reading into it too much and are looking to run up A as well, but from long here.
Yeah, the flash peek was a little too early, so the CTs didn't spot everything, but now, since the XQ's gonna come in, they should know. They have a good crossfire going on, but the USP's not strong enough yet, until Ivy Fusion gets a second, and suddenly it's a 1v1. Ivy Fusion even picking up an AK and cleans up the round? What?
That is the power of gamble stacking. Yep. Everyone just run into the crossfires then. They traded correctly. People did damage to one person at a time, and yeah, Munich just trade out with USPs there. It's
Comeback time
really good.
calling it, Cake Bomb calling comeback time after the eco, but it was actually with the eco. So Munich eSports with the 5th round and resetting Recast, who buy back into this, but Munich eSports of course with the full buy and the big advantage into round number 4 of the second half. So yeah, well done, and they kind of keep their head above water for now.
Yeah, and with this recast, are into like a really bad buy with Deagles. There's one AK, one Galil, but there is only Deagles on people. There's 2 Deagles without no ammo. Probably, I think, dropped over the AKs and Galil, but so there's only 2 people that I have to really make plays here. But we'll see. It's looking like they've already pushed the A guys towards back, and Miku hits a lovely shot into the guy jumping divider there.
And that's one of the rifles gone as well, so good
Yeah,
advantage for Munich here.
and as well, the guy that was next to him already had the AK, so no one can pick up the Galil. It's looking like they're just going to have to walk into B with the 1 AK and 3 Deagles and 2 with no armor, so should be an easy cleanup, but saying that there is only 2 towards B at the minute, as Munich are aggressing towards mid. They probably get the information now and are starting to rotate down again. It's just a matter of time. If Recast speed this up, they might get the site before anyone is there, but it's looking like Vinzo has just rotated in time. With Recast going out monster as well, they've crouched down and walked out the entire way, so they don't know they're out yet. They have just been spotted. 10 seconds left on the clock, or 15 to say. Munich are looking like it's an easy site hold here with only 2 people dying, so it's not really too bad of a round for them. They still keep some money up on people.
For sure, and 2 AKs at the AWP, Miku with a lovely second shot from heaven as well to support his B mates and trying to deny that bomb plant, which he did. So 6 rounds for Munich eSports and another eco for the T side here.
Yes, looking like eco from the T side. Vinzo gets flashed into mid, gets the first damage onto more. Miku's going incredible with the AWP, gets a nice 3k there for them just running into his AWP in long toilets. And that is the 7th. So it's like Munich eSports are coming back into it. They're getting rounds together now, steadily. It's just that they'll have to keep converting gun rounds if anything, because it seems like the ecos are easy enough.
Yeah, ecos are easy enough now. We're talking about a full gun round here. Op on XCR as well, and a lot of util. So if Munich eSports can pick up this one and follow up the next, we're talking 9 rounds already, and getting closer to double digits themselves would be huge. But they cannot really try new stuff out, or they don't have a lot of time and a big margin to have some errors, because Recast is at 13 already. As I say that, they lose their upper, losing the duel against Miku, and that's 5v4 for Munich, and Fabs picked up the AWP, so he wants to have a go. Miku gives up the angle and falls back towards the site, trying to play it more passive, but the T's actually haven't really decided where to go yet, because Bomb is still in spawn.
It's looking like they are rotating down towards B with them leaving mid and long control. Sasha gets flashed into long, starting to clear it. It's looking like Recast might execute onto the B site with only 2 people there, because Munich still are stacked 3 towards A here, even though they do have long control. Players going to get in contact on monster. Fab gets 1. Tom with the lovely 2k. Does get a 3rd. And does quite a lot of damage onto the 4th as well. That was really well played by Refusion there. Yeah, no, lost his out monster.
Wow.
And Sash cleans up.
Huge stuff from Tom. And he kind of got helped out by the T actually dinking his mate in the back of the head, so his second kill was a lot easier if that didn't happen. But great holds, only losing 2 members again, and 8 rounds on the board. And as I said, that's gonna be another EQ because no bomb plant came in. So getting closer and closer. Is that gonna be just a B rush towards short first? Yeah, they're just gonna go with it.
Like it. Yeah. They do get Molly down onto monster and quite a lot of damage onto people. Miku does die with the up there. Recast do get a bomb plant down and 3 kills. Sasha does get 1. Fabs is low HP, they've spotted him. Ooh, lovely flick from Sasha to get the final.
Wow, that was very stressful for Johnsky. Somehow managed to get 3 in the rounds. I think he was so blind for most of this execute and struggling to find a 3rd, but somehow with, I think it was the last bullet as well, got a headshot down, and that was very important for him picking up 3 kills there. Otherwise this could have spiraled down very quickly. But 9 rounds for Munich eSports, and we're talking about another gun round in the follow-up, so here we go. Miku again on the AWP. Same for XCR on the other side. And default for the T sides. Lovely nade by Zash. 43 damage towards the AWP, and
looking like with this
Even more.
carve, Munich have got quite a lot of damage done onto
Yep.
3 of the Recast Gaming people as well. Or Miku with a lovely shot there onto the guy crossing long. That's the upper dead as well.
So
So again, this is another round starting 4v5 without their main AWPer.
yeah, just
If
like
anything,
in
it's
the last
looking,
gun round, right? Yeah.
yeah, it's looking very promising.
Oh, Weinzo getting spotted. Fabs on the boost, but no possible shot to be made, and now Zash with a good util trying to deny that short control. What?
Oh, Miku with oh, he's unreal. He's feeling it. You can just tell.
Sedex is probably mad. He's so mad. Like,
Yeah.
Miku wasn't ready for it at all and still hits the shots. 5v2 now, and they're grouping up towards B, one towards Monster, one towards Short, and a 3-man setup from Munich eSports should be good enough to deny any of that. And there it is, Junsky with 1. Mainzo keeps Zash alive as well, so double digits for Munich eSports. They're really making it happen here. And if we remember where Munich eSports started this comeback, it was just USPs, and since then they haven't lost a single round.
I think it was it 10-0, 9-0?
Yeah, 10-0 and 11-4 half for Recast Gaming, and now we're looking at 13-10. And XCR is down to a deagle, so
yeah, it feels like something was just clicked in the Munich campaign. Everything's starting to tick over, working like clockwork. It's starting to, you can tell something's clicked because it seems like it's 4v5 start of most rounds here. And again, 4v5 again, Miku getting the lovely entry. Does get traded though, but does see bomb, so they might know it's going to be a big execute. They already have 3 more people here. They are running out short, but refuging with a lovely spray there, forcing him out through the molly. XCR does run through Monster and Kansky can't capitalise on that, so they do get the entry, but it's still a 3v2 for the Munich side. They now have bomb control. Weinzo does kind of clear Monster, he sees both people, he knows last guy's shot, he's just shot him.
And Mainzo keeps it clean, picks up the AWP as well. So 3 people alive for Munich eSports. You can see it in the scoreboard. They have, everyone is above 10k before buying and getting closer and closer to tie up the scoreline really soon if this is gonna continue.
I think prior there was a 9-round difference, now they've closed it down to only 2. Recast haven't won a round in so long now, so there must be something needed to be done. That's where the pauses come in. They're going to have a good long talk about what they want to do and how they're going to win rounds, because by the seams of it, Munich are just starting to get into their comfort zone of hit the ground running. It's looking like as well Miku's just getting entries left, right and centre, opening up rounds for Munich, making sure that 4v5 comes in straight away. He's got like, I think, the entry, the last 5 rounds, every round.
Yep.
So
he's definitely feeling it. And this time everyone is trying their best as well. Junsky and Zash lacking behind just a little bit, but let's see. Miku again with the opener. 4v5 after only 15 seconds played in the round. Zash now needs to be careful here, jumping, and the Tech 9 doesn't win the duel after all. Takes a lot of damage though. And I fusion with another opener in this anti-eco. Gets tagged once, but keeps his cool, and Fabs in a 1v5 without the bomb, with the deal in hand. So
it's looking like as well they're going to be closing out another 12th round, so it's only going to be going down to 1 round difference now. It's looking like Refusion there he is, he's just been shot at. Does die, but Vanzo does get the quick trade there, so there's no potential for Fabs to open up anymore. They do close it out with 4 people, so it's looking like they've got enough money to last the rest of the game out here, or until at least overtime if that occurs. But with everything, it's looking really good for the Munich eSports camp here. Recast, this is their buy round now. They have no money left in the bank, so if they lose, it's going to be really risky for them. So it's a do or die round for them.
Yep. And just like Munich eSports, Recast Gaming didn't really get too many bomb plants down in this half yet, so really struggling. Just full buy eco for them, and they have taken a lot of damage early round again by the nades.
Yeah, there's loads of nades mid that was thrown in. It's looking like Sash dropped a couple of nades
Yeah,
back at
I
spawn
can't
as well.
get used
So
to that yet. I mean, what is that? He's just throwing some util early and then picks up some more towards CT spawn. Works
I think
great.
this is a bit broken because if you're ahead, it seems like you're gonna have like this kind of this kind of money to be able to do this util
Yeah,
set
yeah.
of nade mid early, go back and rebuy another nade. Because right now, as soon as he spots somebody banana, he's gonna nade again and do 50 more damage to somebody. So 3 of them already low with time still at a minute. Miku with a lovely 2
Miku,
shots. Oh,
what? Miku is
he gets
just
the
going
third.
ham?
Miku is really feeling it right now. Sash does get the trade on him though, so it brings it down to a 3v1. It's looking like a Munich round. They've seen bomb. They have the control of it as well. Everyone's rotated a bit by the scenes of it.
Astray,
Or at
and
least Chansky's holding the flank.
he is top fragging for his team. Actually on 26 now after killing Zash. This 1v2 would be huge for him, but Chansky rotating up as well. Not
Yeah,
gonna
there's
make it easy.
15 seconds left on the clock, so he has to make a play kind of fast. If anything, it looks like the Munich boys are probably going to go on the bomb tap here.
And there they come. Bomb plant secured, but nothing else. And Munich eSports picking up 13 rounds after being down 13-4 and
Yep.
winning 9 rounds in a row now.
It's looking like they
Recast.
wanted to make things interesting.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Miku, what was that 3k? He just hits the first shot, hits the quick scope towards the second, and then even the no scope to kill the third one. Yeah, so great stuff. Recast Gaming this time getting the bomb plant, so they have money for another full buy.
Yeah, it's looking like they see that their executes or normal mid takes aren't working too well and they're getting picked off, so it's looking like they're aiming towards B maybe with 4 people. One guy holding the con rotate maybe. So Heaven Smoke comes in, flashes out Monster, it's looking like just a B pop here.
Chansky under a lot of pressure, gets the first, gets the second, sees bomb as well, so Munich eSports 5v3, bomb down, and Chansky, what?
Runs and gets the third as well. ESEA does get the trade, and the Refusion closes it out. Oh, that was a beautiful round by Kansky there, just holding the barrel's position down really well. I don't know who the water player was, but that was a beautiful smoke that landed in front of him perfectly in time for him to reload as well. It just seems like everything's actually coming together now. Seems like this is proper team play, team practice and everything.
Yeah, and Chansky, I don't know how he got the 3k. First 2 were nice, but somehow manages to get a third as well, and that basically secured the round for Munich eSports. No bomb plant as well, which means another eco for Recast Gaming, and Munich eSports is actually ahead by now, 14-13, and this time, what? Fabs with a insane 1 towards Zash, who just tried to force the issue here, but so is Henry.
He's
Running
just
through
running
the smoke
headlessly
and
through the smoke
yeah,
there.
that seems a little weird. Little ambitious.
Yeah,
And
I
I
think
Fusion, wow.
it seems like Recast are desperate for entries or even opening kills here, really, because it just seems like nothing really works.
Oh
It's
boy.
looking like it might be another round for Munich eSports here as XCR has no armor, but the M4 and Fabs is half HP with a Deagle and armor. It's a 4v2.
Yeah. Did
Munich
you
have
just
quite
see
a lot of
that?
control.
What Fusion did towards Long?
Yeah, he faked the
He
flash
faked
for
the
throwing
flash
it.
and then actually flashed, so wow.
I would have loved to have seen him pull the pin and then throw it. That would have
Yeah.
been that would have been someone else. But yeah, it's looking like here the T's haven't been spotted. Refusion might be caught off guard here by them walking up close long. Does throw a flash, but still has a util out. Gets the safety, does get one.
Miku
He
not
can't
taking a
trade.
shot
Fabs
for
gets the
once.
second. Yeah, he's getting bombed down here. Let's see how the Kansky and Vinzo play with this. They know exactly where he is, and Kansky just shuts him down.
Yeah,
That
lovely round again. And
that is 15 for Munich now.
yeah, 15 for Munich, and
Recast still haven't got us another single round since it was 13-4.
that's insane. Like,
Munich with 11 straight rounds so far. It's looking
Alright.
like that pause of the mental fortitude before the second half started really worked.
Yeah. And it all went scrambling down for Recast Gaming after losing against 5 USPs. Remember that.
Yeah.
Huge stuff from Munich Esports now at match point. Remember, they have won their first map on Vertigo. All or nothing for Recast Gaming here, and already another good nade from Zash, who's dealing a lot of damage, and another opener for Miku. Gets traded this time, while Zash is running back to pick up some more utility.
Seems like this is his playbook now of dropping utility and spawn before anything.
Yeah. And another
Or
good
an
nade!
eliminate.
What is this? A-Take's gonna come in. Weinzo not ready. Zash needs to do a lot here. Spots the bomb. And Iron
What?
Fusion with the double, a triple?
A triple
What's going on? Bomb is down. Only the
2v1.
AWPer is left.
2v1 ESEA versus Kansas Refusion.
This should be
Has the
it, right?
Yeah, they have bomb control, they have map control, they have everything. They should know the uppers here. He's clearing out the angle really slowly, so Refusion might die. Which he does, but it's all down to Kansky in the 1v1 versus ESEA. He knows exactly where he is.
And
Kicks
Chansky
out,
wins
gets the
it! Only the
Kansky
tag,
wins.
and Chansky closes out the match. Munich Esports 2-0 against Recast Gaming.
With 12 straight rounds. That
Wow!
Unreal.
Talk
Like,
about comebacks, guys.
that was literally a mental fortitude and a half. I thought, like what we both said of going to Inferno next, we didn't
Yep.
think, we both didn't believe in it.
Oh boy. After
Oh.
after they lost the CT pistol, I kinda stopped believing, but I guess this, yeah, just 5 USPs and
5
a good
USPs
mood
are the dream.
afterwards just was enough. Great
Yeah.
team play on the CT side, and Miku hitting shots left, right, and center as well, so what a showing, yeah. Munich Esports with a 2-0 in the first best of 3 of the playoffs this season, and what that means, we can have a quick look right here, I hope.
I think that means it's either one more win to get main. I think
it is one, yeah.
Yeah, it's because they're in the upper bracket still, so it's one more win. This next game determines, well, not determines, because if they lose, I think they still play the lower bracket. But if they
Is
win
there a
this
lower
next
bracket?
match, I think so for intermediate. I'm not.
Yeah, so they're
100%. Let me
typing in
check.
chat one more win to get main, and I
Yeah.
don't think there's a lower bracket, but I don't know.
Let me check their bracket here, because there's normally a bracket for this kind of stuff, but it's not showing up for some
Alright, let's see it. So
postseason bracket. So it's looking like, no, you're right. Okay, there is no lower bracket here, but yeah, single elim, no lower bracket. So this next map is going to be next matchup's going to be a big one.
next match against Swindle, ranked number 9 currently. That's gonna be a very difficult one, but a match that Munich Esports needs to win. Like you said, no lower bracket. This will be another best of 3. Let's check out the team quickly. Team from Poland.
Or they've had 3 losses and 2 were in overtime, and one was a 16-12. That looks like a team that should have probably gone lossless, but
So you think that's doable?
that is going to be a very big struggle. I'd say they need to push the game back as far as possible and get as much practice in, because some
Right.
of the scrappy rounds there can't be happening against this next team.
Yeah, so that's gonna be a very difficult one. Match will happen, I guess, next week, right?
I
Yeah.
think it's only a couple of days. I think it's
It's
about 4 or
scheduled
5 days.
on 27th of September, so Monday, maybe they can change it still, but
Yeah, it should be a day before and a day after.
right. So I think they are playing 99 Damage Div 3 actually on Sunday, so the next ESEA game will be next week, I guess. But yeah, Munich Esports winning this one. I'm just gonna reload again to see the scoreboard after the match has concluded. Yeah, great showing against the German Orc, who are playing in Div 2 99 damage as well, so might be an opponent for next season if Munich Esports manage to rank up in 99 damage. But let's have a quick look at the scoreboard for this second map here, Overpass. Ivy Fusion on top of the scoreboard with over 100 ADR overall. I'm actually gonna try and look for the CT side because Miku was just going nuts on the CT side. 19 kills alone on the CT side, 130 ADR, and so many opening kills for him.
Yeah. I
That
want to
was
see the
just
advanced
huge.
statistics because I bet the opening kill success rate for Miko is 90 plus. Because there was, I think, there was 7 rounds in a row, was it, or 8 rounds in a row that he had the opening frag, and that was
Yeah, that
absolutely
was,
essential for the comeback there.
yeah, for sure.
It's like this T side. I'm not sure if he did get any openings because I don't remember it too well. I
Yeah,
was more
Miku actually was struggling a lot on the T side, but he played just as
exceptionally on CT.
on
Yeah,
CT, yeah. Crazy.
it's the good old reliable CT comeback, you know.
And on the other team, it was Henry who kind of struggled overall,
Yeah,
and
he finished.
Fabs trying his best, but yeah, Henry only
Yeah,
finishing on 10 kills.
that's really a shame, but commiserations for
Yeah,
Recast
GG well
Gaming.
played to both teams. Was a nice match to cast again. I'm just gonna go to Vertigo one more time to see the stats. We have Miku on top for this one, Ivy Fusion very close again as well, and Sash with 90 ADR as well. So he had a great T half, I think. Yeah, Sash with 14 kills on the T half and a lot of opening kills towards A there. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I remember for Sash on Sash's behalf of him running up full blind, killing 2 people, so many rounds in a row on that A ramp on Vertigo. So yeah, he did a good entry success in there as well. I'd like to see the entry
yep.
percentages for that as well.
So, Liam, what do you think? What needs to happen for Munich Esports being or getting a chance in the next match? Because this might be not easy. Is there a good chance if they stop this slow starting into the match? You think what's gonna
Yeah,
need?
I think from more the Vertigo than Overpass game, that when they start getting entries, it more should be to slow down, group up, and hit a site because the amount of times that they got entries and then thought it was an easy round and running, doing hero plays, solo plays, and getting killed that way, and then it's flipping over to the man advantage on their side. It's that kind of needs to stop, but it's things that are easily just like Mark can just go over a couple
Yep.
things in prac and just iron stuff out. But
So
yeah,
some things they need to fix for sure, but there's some time to do so, and we can hope for the best for the next best of three. Until then, as I said, they are gonna play another best of two in 99 damage, which will take place on Sunday in 3.5 days,
yeah,
7:30 p.m. on 26th of September. So if you want to watch that as well, make sure to tune in on Sunday as well. And yeah, I think that's everything to talk about for now.
yep. I think that's a wrap, and that's a really good end to the series on that comeback. So yeah, I agree with you there. I think good time to end it.
All right. So again, thank you guys for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the interaction in chat as well. I was really fun casting it and a huge comeback from Munich Esports, so it made it even more fun, of course. Um, As I said, tune in on Sunday if you want to see more of this, and then next week for the next ESEA playoff match. Until then, have a nice evening, have a nice week, and see you soon.